Okay, back from the break. Fibonacci numbers, okay? Fibonacci was an Italian mathematician in the 11th century, and he was born in the city of Pisa, and it's Fibonacci, Fibonacci. Very famous man, one of the great mathematicians of our time. He came up, or he discovered, if you will, the numbers of nature. And what it is the number sequence where it's basically the numbers of nature, the law of nature. It's how rabbits breed. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. Petals on a flower, pine cones, just the way things expand. You get 0. You have 1. You add those together, you get another 1. You take the previous 2 numbers, add them together. 1 and 1 is 2. You take the previous 2, 1 and 2 make 3. Then the previous 2, 2 and 3 make 5. 3 and 5, do you see the sequence? 3 and 5 make 8. 8 and 5 make 13. 13 and 8, and it just keeps on going, like that. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up on a music show is because the band Tool, very famous prog band of our time, loves those numbers, and they have just released a new album called Fear Inoculum. That's right. Oh, geez, I nearly forgot. And what it is they're very famous for using these sequences, especially on the album Lateralis that was released in 2001. The actual title track, Lateralis, uses the Fibonacci numbers in the vocals and the phrasing and everything. On the first track of Lateralis, a track called The Grudge, you can hear the drummer Danny Carey playing the Fibonacci numbers up to 8 with his double bass drums very early in that piece. Now, not just Tool, you also have the very famous classical composer Claude Debussy, okay? He was very famous for using the Fibonacci numbers as well, as is a very famous vocalist by the name of John Anderson of Yes, Owner of a Lonely Heart, and all that sort of business. Okay, I just made a deal of myself there. I don't know if you know that song, Owner of a Lonely Heart by Yes, 1982, but pre that as well. He used that, and funnily enough, on one of his DVDs, in one of the little bonus extras, you get a musical professor actually explaining the Fibonacci numbers. And it's a wonderful little thing, a little hidden gem, okay? So what happens is this sequence is actually quite topical for a couple of different reasons. It started quite innocently with me over the last couple of weeks, in the sense that as the aforementioned Tool, I was asked, what do they do? How do they create their music? And it's all to do with polyrhythms and polymeters and all that sort of stuff. And then I brought up the Fibonacci numbers because it's central to their kind of symmetry and the way that they work, you see. And then from that, I've been working with a lovely singer and writer and spoken word artist in Magda Williams, who was on the show. And I actually asked her, Magda, can you come up with a piece that incorporates the Fibonacci numbers? And funnily enough, I was asked to do this, and then therefore it went on, and I asked Magda to come up with something on the same day as the big climate change rally that happened around the world, sort of thing. And it's a very topical time because the Fibonacci numbers are the numbers of nature, okay? And we're embroiled in this right now with climate change and all that. And Magda did something beautiful with it. She took the idea of it, which on the face of it can look quite sort of like, almost like an exercise, right? I'm sure that when I was doing it, there's a few of out there, you got to about there and you said, yeah, nah, I'll just stick to what I do, thanks, mate. But the thing about it, this is what is life, okay? Fibonacci cracked the code, okay? So the thing is, Magda came up with a sequence that actually brought weight to everything that we were doing, okay? With some beautiful words about the climate and nature and our Earth, Mother Earth, and all that sort of business. So there's the Fibonacci numbers, okay? And I'm going to play this track for you as well that Magda and I have created. What it is, I'll go over it again. You take 0 and 1, you add the 2 together, you get, okay, you add the 2 together, you get another 1. You add the previous 2, 1 and 1, creates 2. Previous 2, 2 and 1, make 3. 3 and 2, go back 1, add them together. 2 and 3 make 5. 5 and 3 make 8. 8 and 5 make 13. And it just keeps on going like that. Okay? There it is. Fibonacci. Hope you got something out of that.